Hello everyone, welcome to IBM Datapower Introduction by Samanvidha Team. I am Sudha Vijay working as a IBM Datapower trainer for Samanvidha. In this video, we are going to learn a complete idea about IBM Datapower, where exactly we are using, how exactly the IBM Datapower works. So let us learn IBM Datapower. So before we start IBM Datapower, let me introduce our Samanvidha. Samanvidha is an institution which provides IT training courses, academic projects, internships, and corporate training as well in different technologies. You can visit our website and you will have all the technologies there. And apart from these, we provide parenting program for parents who have kids of age 0 to 5 years. So in this video, it contains all these topics, that is introduction to IBM Datapower and what are the keywords we use in the Datapower and what are the technologies you can call coding we use in IBM Datapower, and there are some tools we use in the Datapower. So you will understand what are the tools we use in the IBM Datapower. So this is the main content of today's video. So let us start. Before explaining IBM Datapower, let me give a clear idea about project flow. So if you are a technical person, definitely you have an idea of a project flow. And if you are a non-technical person and trying to shift from a non-technical field to the technical field, you must understand the project flow. So project flow, each and every project mainly contains three modules we call consumer application, middleware application, and provider. So all the projects have these modules. In the consumer application, we have a technologies like Java, J2EE, and .NET. And in the middleware module, we have a technologies like DataPower, IBM Datapower we call, API Connect, IIB, and APG. And in the provider module, we have a technologies like Java, SQL Server, and Oracle database. So these are the technologies. Just I have given few examples. So it depends on the project. What are the technologies we use? So just to understand it better, I have given some technologies as an example. And from this picture, it is very clear that IBM Datapower is a middleware technology. So apart from Datapower, there are some other middleware technologies are there. It may be either API Connect or IIB or APG. But if you compare to Datapower, IBM Datapower has more advantages when you compare to other technologies. In the next slide, I will explain how that IBM Datapower is different from other technologies. So this is a simple project flow. And what exactly that IBM Datapower is? So this is a box of IBM Datapower, and Datapower is a hardware appliance. So, and if you learn IBM Datapower, you can get two roles. You can work either as a developer or as an admin. In the previous days, actually, there were two different roles, developer and admin. So both roles were different. But nowadays, what happening is a developer can work as an admin as well. So it is better to learn developing and as well as admin course. So these are the two roles you will get if you learn IBM Datapower. And this is how message and protocol transformations happens using IBM Datapower. So before explaining this message protocol transformations, I would like to give a scenario. So it will give you clear picture about transformations. So let us imagine there is a person who knows Spanish and there is a person who knows English. Person A doesn't know English and person B doesn't know Spanish, but they want to communicate each other. what to do in that scenario? We need a translator. So this is what exactly the translator does. So he translates Spanish to English and English to Spanish. So the both the persons A and B communicate each other very efficiently. So the same thing happens here also. In the consumer application, he is sending the message in the form of SOAP, but provider wants it in the form of REST. So our middleware technology, that is DataPower, converts SOAP message into REST, and whenever consumer sending a REST message and provider wants it in the form of a SOAP, IBM Datapower transform REST message into SOAP message. So that's what we call IBM Datapower is a middleware technology. So this is how message and protocol transformation happens in the project. So not only this, whenever there is a message which is non-secure, that is HTTP we call, and provider wants it in the form of a secure one, that is HTTPS, which is a secure one. So in that scenario also, DataPower converts non-secured message into secure one, that is HTTP to HTTPS through SSL certificates. Through SSL certificates. So in the next videos, you will get a complete idea of SSL certificates. So this is how the SOAP message and the REST message look like. So here you can see this is a SOAP message format and this is a REST message format. But the data is same. See here, user ID is there. Here also user ID is there. Here name is there. Here also name is there. Here address is there. Here also address is there. Here mobile is there. Here also mobile is there. So the elements are same kind, but the naming is different. Here it is named as user ID. Here it is named as just ID. Here it is named as name in the SOAP message. In the REST message, it is named as F name. You can call first name. And in the SOAP message, it is named as address. And here in the REST message, it is named as ADDR in the simple form. And we can name exactly the same thing. Here you can see mobile and mobile. So this is just style is different when you compare to SOAP and REST messages. So in the next videos, you will understand it better. And the main question of using a DataPower is why and when we use IBM Datapower. So to understand this better, let me explain a scenario. There is a database of school. So usually what happens in the school database, it has student name, date of birth, marks, year of passing, and there may be some other details as well. But just to have a question, do you really need a high level security to maintain this database? No, not at all. We need a security, but not that much high level security. And let us have another example, bank database example. In a bank database, it has a cardholder name, card number, CVV, and transaction details or some other details as well. And there is a question, do you really need high level security to maintain this database? Yes, definitely yes, because this is a money related a task. Definitely we need high level security. So and in the school database, we don't need that much security. And bank can give any kind of funding that needs high level funding, but school may not invest that much funding to have a high level security. So to have a high level security, it is required to opt the best technologies. So in this scenario, we use DataPower. So For the question why and when we use DataPower is whenever there is a requirement, when we need high level security and there is a funding, we can have IBM Datapower. So in the kind of a bank transaction, we opt for a IBM Datapower. So what are the advantages of IBM Datapower? I said you, when you compare to other technologies, IBM Datapower has a more advantages. So it is in this slide, it is very clearly understand that it provides high level security. See, already I have explained you how it converts non-secure message into secure through SSL certificates. And it provides OAuth, we can call one-time authentication. If you're a non-technical person, we will understand here better. Suppose just an example, we are using a mobile for our bank transaction. So whenever we are using a mobile for a bank transaction, definitely we will have OTP. Yes, that is one-time password we call. So to get those kind of OTPs, we will use this IBM Datapower. We can call it as one-time authentication. So as I already said, you bank transactions need high-level securities. So we opt for IBM Datapower, and also it has a simplified integration. Whenever you will start working with the IBM Datapower, you will understand the configuration is very, very simple. In the first video also, I explained even a non-IT person can learn and work better using IBM Datapower. And message level security. So what is message level security? Suppose, just imagine there is a word, data power. I want to keep the data power secure one. So I can provide security to the whole world using data power. No, I want security to the particular letter, that is D and T. So I can view a particular letter security using DataPower, and it has a reduced complexity. There is no much complexions to use DataPower. So these are the some advantages. Apart from this, it has a many advantages. Just I have given few examples. So where and all we use DataPower? So already I said we use DataPower when there is a high level security and funding is ready, because it is a bit it needs bit high level funding. So government organizations like defense and security organizations and some agencies, ministries, definitely they are ready to give funding, and they need high level security. So they will offer a IBM Datapower. And banking already explained, and insurance, it's also money related organization, so it will opt IBM Datapower. And some other organizations like a healthcare retailer, some telecom industries. So in all these industries will have IBM Datapower. So IBM Datapower has different versions. Here you can see how the versions are updated. So from 7.52, it is updated to 10.0.3. Now it is recently updated to 10.0.7 something. And here you can see if the version is updated from 10.0.1 something to 10.0.3, there will not be much difference. There will be little bit modifications. But if the version is updated from 7.5 to 10, there will be a difference between the versions. So these are the different versions of a DataPower. And we will use some keywords when you are working day to day with IBM Datapower. So there may be SOA, WSDL, a network topology, encryption, security, XML, REST message format, and XSLT is for coding. So when you start working with the DataPower, you will use these keywords oftenly. And this is how the login page of IBM Datapower looks like. So this is a web GUI. There are two graphical interfaces, web GUI and blueprint console. So when you start working with the Datapower, you'll understand it more better. So this is the login page, and we use some technologies in IBM Datapower. So it may be XSLT, gateway scripting. We call it as advanced scripting, and transformations actions, that is from a request and a response actions we call. And soma scripting, this is automated scripting. So these are the some technologies. Apart from this, there are some other technologies as well. So I have given some few examples, and we use some tools and softwares in IBM Datapower. Those are Altova, SOAP UI, Postman, IBM WebSphere MQ, Notepad++, WinCity, Wireshark, Splunk, and Beyond Compare. So these are the some tools we use in IBM Datapower. So this is all about today's video. And if you're trying to learn IBM Datapower completely, it may be a basic or advanced course. We will provide a course and we will give you a complete course structure. This PDF has a complete syllabus. If you want, comment us. We will provide you this complete syllabus so that you can join our basic and or advanced course. And if you join our course, you will have recorded sessions, installation materials. It may be a software or any tools. Free consultation after course. Certification guidance. If you're trying to have a certification on IBM Datapower, you will get a guidance on that. And all the softwares required to learn Datapower, it may be for installation or it may be to work on a Datapower. So all the softwares you will get, and free access to existing recordings. And SMA expert advice. It may be for job purpose or any learning purpose. You will get SMEs expert advice and MNC project guidelines. And all the supports you will get if you join our course. So this is all about today's video. Thank you. Like if you really got some info in this video, and share this video, and subscribe to our channel to learn more about IBM Datapower. Thank you.